happens when you get into debt.
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
And you can't.
I don't know where I can't go.
Or won't pay it back.
I can't pay it. I can't pay it.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
I'll smash his head.
Dealing with desperate debtors.
Could you please open the door?
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
In dramatic situations.
I'm breaking your glasses.
We meet the people who are losing their homes.
We've got nowhere to go.
You can't leave him because if that pipe comes off, it's like threatening.
And their possessions.
Will it be alright to tow it behind a transit?
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay...
Get your hands off me.
They'll take it away. On average, UK landlords are owed £1,800 in unpaid rent, and the problem is getting worse. The number of tenants failing to pay their rent has risen by nearly 20% over the last year, and increasingly, landlords are turning to the courts for help. 8 a.m. Steve Pinner and his son Ben are High Court enforcement agents. They're on their way to repossess a property in Hayes, West London.
This morning we have a writ of possession. It's against Mr. Serge Asawasa. The landlord is meeting us there with their locksmith. Jolly good.
The landlord claims the tenant owes £14,000 in rent arrears, but the agents aren't here to collect the money. Their job is to evict him today.
It'll be here somewhere.
No numbers on the door?
It's here. Big old double-fronted house.
Nice.
It's going to be interesting.
The landlady, Ms. Pardeep Verdi, is waiting outside the property with her brother.
OK, this is Ben.
How are you, right?
Have you got keys or anything?
I've got keys for the property.
That's the front door and...
OK, if you give us a few minutes,
yeah.
Just let us deal with that and we'll come back and find you.
The tenant, Serge, has been living at the property for a year.
It doesn't look empty because there's cars here.
This job isn't going to be straightforward.
Curtains moving, twitching? No?
No twitchers.
Hello?
The High Court writ allows the agents to gain entry to the property.
Hello?
Even if no one answers.
I can hear noises, but...
Hello? I'll take upstairs. There's a lot of rooms here. Hello? It's like a hotel.
And they're all locked. Locksmith's going to have a great day.
This family home is not all it appears.
It's like 40 towers.
Suddenly a man emerges from one of the bedrooms.
Hello, good morning, sir. My name's Ben. We're High Court enforcement. We're here to repossess the property. How many other... Yes, today, I'm afraid. How many people live here?
The agent's visit seems to have come as a surprise.
Is there anyone else in the rooms?
Hello. Hello there.
Someone downstairs.
It's clear that there's more than just one tenant living in the house.
My name's Steve Pinner. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We have a writ to repossess this property.
I'm a tenant here.
And who's your landlord?
He's upstairs, I believe. His name is Sarge.
Steve quickly assesses the situation.
He's not actually the owner of the property. So he's been subletting. He's been subletting to you without permission.
Right.
And the owner of the obviously not paying the rent across.
He's not been paying the rent?
It would appear so. We have the authority from the High Court to repossess the property, so give you an hour to get your stuff together.
Is he upstairs?
Somebody's upstairs. I don't know what he looks like.
He's upstairs because I can hear his voice.
The man upstairs is Serge, the tenant who's been subletting.
How many people live here?
About 5 rooms.
5. And the rest here?
I'm gonna have to start today.
You're gonna have to start, ringing around.
On properties that have been sublet, the person who originally rented the property has sublet to other people. They're paying them, but he is not paying the landlord. So they're stealing from both sides. They're stealing from the landlord by not paying him, and they're also stealing from the subtenants.
What's happening?
It's a kind of a joke.
Serge, the official tenant, must now face his subtenants.
Am I going to get the deposit back before I go?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you.
You do now realise that you've got to get your stuff together and that move, yeah?
I know that.
I'd appreciate if you please give me my deposit before I start packing up.
Mate.
Even though the man has been paying his rent to Serge, he and all the other occupants must leave within the hour.
That's not a good day for you, I know.
Can I suggest you get dressed?
I will, but I'm just... Yeah, you get yourself sorted.
The agents must now check the rest of the house to see who else is living there.
It's a big old gaff, isn't it?
Hello? Good morning, madam. Do you want to get dressed? Madam, we're High Court enforcement. There's just rooms everywhere. 5 bedrooms at least?
Well, he's only in a few quid, isn't he? £500 a room per month. 1, 2... Well, he's not paid for that one, obviously. 3, 4, 5... Making £2.5 a month. Doesn't have to go to work, does he?
Landlady Pardeep and her brothers have come into the property. The agents must break the news that their tenant, Serge, has been letting rooms out and collecting rent without their permission.
Apparently, they've been subletting it illegally.
I can't believe it's every single room here.
The amount of stress this man's
He's got
caused
to
us.
go.
He's got to go.
Legally, Serge must leave today, but the landlords have to let him back into the house at a later date to collect his possessions.
He is going to go outside the door, but they are going to have to come back and collect their stuff.
You know, it was a £14,000.
Of course, I know
So
that.
you can understand.
This is not fair.
Serge has overheard the landlord's conversation.
We will leave, but we will not move our stuff today. You can do that to me.
leave today.
But we will leave today, but we will not move our stuff today. Shut your mouth.
I don't need to shut it, sir.
Look at him. Look at him. I'm gonna shut your mouth.
You need to be packing.
The agents must act quickly to calm the situation.
Serge.
If you talk to me like that,
Serge.
again,
Serge.
What started as a simple repossession is threatening to spiral out of control.
Calm down.
let him talk against me like that. I will smash his head.
Wow.
Hayes, West London. High Court enforcement agents, Steve and Ben, were carrying out a repossession.
Hello? Hello?
They had a writ to evict tenant Serge Asawase,
It's like a hotel.
but they discovered numerous other people living at the property.
I'm a tenant here.
And who's your landlord?
He's upstairs.
He's not actually the owner of the property.
Serge, the tenant, was subletting the house and not passing the rent on to the landlord. He now owes £14,000.
Sarge, I'd appreciate if you please give me my deposit before I start packing up.
Mate.
The landlord wanted him and all his belongings gone today,
The amount of stress this man's
He's got
caused
to
us.
go.
He's got to go.
and tempers flared.
We will leave today, but we will not move our stuff today.
Calm down.
Let him talk against
Stop.
me like that. I will smash his head.
Wow.
Now, the agents must use all their negotiating skills to get this challenging eviction back on track.
How you getting on?
I can't move all my stuff today.
How much stuff have you got?
I didn't get a notice. It's
You
not
won't get any
happening.
notice. You've had
It's not
notices.
happening. You can say whatever you want.
You can have... I've not finished. The
said
landlord
that.
is owed £14,000 apparently.
It's not all that. We were going to pay him. He refused to take our money and came to an agreement and said we should not pay him. We should just leave. Listen,
Okay.
we
Okay,
we
fair
had the
enough.
money to pay. It wasn't doing any repairs.
Okay.
I know what we did. Everyone in here knows that we're going to be moving out of this house around December, not today.
Serge claims the landlords had agreed to let him keep the £14,000 in outstanding rent and let him move out in a month.
You need to go back to the landlord and tell him that these people, you had an agreement with them and you didn't, you've gone.
Okay.
So they've played us.
But the landlord's brother denies Serge's claims.
We've had no negotiations with him. No,
Okay.
don't talk nonsense. We want you out. We want you out with your stuff. We want you out.
Don't you dare talk to me like that. Yes, but you saw it, right?
Calm down.
Good. If he talks to me again like that,
I'm not shouting, so please don't shout at me.
I'm not shouting at you. I said, tell that
Serge,
guy.
I'm trying to talk to you.
It's upset me because you
I'm
let
not here.
that guy.
I'm not here to take sides.
Good. Let him not come upstairs and talk to me like
Look,
that.
calm down.
When people try to be reasonable and then he comes up and he's like,
Look,
we're not
look.
gonna give you no time, blah blah blah, this, that. What does he think? This England, I'm still gonna get the time at this. I'll leave this stuff in here
Serge,
and I'll come back and I
Serge.
will get my stuff.
Serge,
Serge must leave today, but he's adamant that he won't take all his belongings with him, as it's his legal right to return at a later date to collect them. Ben tries to negotiate a solution with the landlord.
by us telling him he's got to get all this stuff out now, it's causing a problem So I would suggest letting him come back with, like the rest of them, to get their stuff. What we'll do is when they arrange a day, all the tenants
In one time?
one time.
Okay.
Okay, let me just go back in.
Ben has managed to get the landlords on side.
Okay, I've spoken with the landlord and lady.
Yeah.
They have agreed to let you store your stuff here for a few days, like you've asked. Okay?
Right.
Do not take this kindness as weakness, okay?
No, it's not.
I'm going to update Hardy.
Just as the eviction seems to be back on track,
You are Patrick?
one of Serge's subtenants arrives home. And he's in for a shock.
I paid my rent.
I understand that.
You know, and
I understand.
What actually happens here? You know, what's happened here? He didn't pay or what?
He didn't pay.
He wants to know why he's being evicted when he's always paid rent to Serge.
This is just ridiculous. You don't pay the rent. He said you don't pay the rent. You know what I mean? Let me. What is the
You told me.
truth then?
I don't know.
Listen. Do you know the real story?
Yes, you've told me. You've told me.
Good, thank you. So,
What about if I'm 100 miles away,
Patrick, listen, I told you that we were going to move in December, right?
Yeah, but that's not the point. You know what I mean?
No.
What? I will be homeless or what? You know what I mean?
You're not going to be homeless.
You know, I don't be homeless because I haven't had accommodation already 2 months. You know what I mean?
The agents have been in the house for almost an hour and a half. The first subtenants are finally leaving.
Yeah, good. Might be old, but I'm good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm just sorry that you're in a position, and I hope today gets better for you.
Yeah. I was not even. No one. I think no one was aware.
And that's the sad part of it.
Yeah. He signed contracts with everyone, taking deposits. You know, he's done things the right way. So obviously, no one had any doubts about anything.
I wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Finally, 2 hours after the agent's arrival, Serge leaves the property. But despite subletting the house and owing £14,000 in rent, he still feels he's been wronged by the landlords.
Looking at it from a point of view of others, they're thinking, okay, he's gone away with 14 grand of rent, right? But the whole of this eviction process is a painful process, right? I had a 3 years agreement on this house, which has come short because of the problems I encountered. I'm the one that's been treated in an unfair manner. If they're throwing me out, probably that 14 grand is some kind of compensation, don't you think? I'm using it to get accommodation now.
Ben hears that Serge already has a plan.
He's got another property. You know that? He's got another property.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to do the exact same thing over and over again.
You'll be there in 6 months.
The family will have to decide whether to pursue Serge for the £14,000 he owes. But for now, the agent's work is done. More than half of small businesses are worried about cash flow, with many struggling to pay invoices on time. Late payments are causing more and more businesses to go into debt, and some to fold altogether. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Worthing, Sussex, to collect a large debt from a car parts company.
Right. Dale, me old cocker. What we got next, mate?
We are going to AGB Parts Limited. In the first instance, we're looking to collect £10,121.
That's a lot of bloody parts, isn't it?
The money is owed to a van rental business after AJB Parts hired vehicles and returned them in a damaged condition.
Do you want to go in there?
AJB Parts is registered at the home of its owner, Mr. Greg Berek.
5th floor.
5th floor? Always.
It's always right.
Always the way, isn't it? Yeah.
Mr. Barrack has the keys. Hi, good morning. I'm looking for AJB Parts Limited.
Yeah.
Is that you?
No, not me.
Who's that then?
My husband.
Is he in?
No.
Where is he?
He's in work, I think, at the moment.
Can you contact him?
Yes.
We're from the High Court. It's regarding a debt.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? Hello, Mr. Berwick?
Yeah, that's me.
Yes, my name's Mr. Anglin. I'm a High Court enforcement agent.
Yes?
I've got a High Court writ regarding monies you owe to Rossets UK.
Oh. I'm quite confused because I start paying the back money.
What?
So I don't know what you will do.
Mr. Barek says he's been paying the debt off in instalments, but the claimant went to the High Court to speed up the process, and it must be settled today. Dell needs him to come home to discuss the matter face to face.
Well, how far are you from your house, sir?
Sorry?
Where are you working, sir? Where do you work?
I could.
Okay.
Can you pass me to my wife?
Yeah, she's here, she's listening.
Yes.
Ale to nie puszczę, powiem, że nie ma. No dobra, no.
Okay.
And he will be here in 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
good.
can you wait?
I'll be happy to wait, no
Yeah.
problem at all.
Mrs. Barek and her child suddenly leave in the lift.
Do you notice how adept she was at making sure the door's closed? Oh, yes. So, it tells me we're not the first. Well, it tells me she's been warned.
The agents are suspicious and do some digging while they wait for Greg Berwick to arrive. A letter of enforcement has already been sent to his workplace.
Oh, amazing. I've got some new details. He said he had a unit down by the airport. I've actually found out what the unit is from the claimant. They've given us those details. If we don't want to pay, we'll have to go to him then, won't we?
If the agents can't get Greg to settle the debt when he arrives, Brian has a plan B. They'll go to his unit at the airport and seize his business assets.
I've got the unit he's training from. I don't want him to be aware of that.
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. We'll just say, look,
let's crack on.
much more we can do here.
You've got to be able to think out the box a little bit, and if you can keep the element of surprise, that's all good. You've got every chance of recovering something.
45 minutes later, company owner Greg Barek arrives home.
Hello.
Oh, are you Greg?
How are you, Greg? How are you?
Good, guys.
We have a High Court writ for just over £10,000. Long story short, you need to get £10,000. Okay.
Yeah, but how I can pay if I don't have money? Seriously, because this is not just one bill what I have to pay. You know, it's some bills what I have to pay as well.
So at the end of the day, this bill needs to take priority because this has got a High Court writ. Look, I just want to collect the money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have nothing.
You see that big man there, my
Yeah.
colleague? He doesn't have the patience that I have.
I understand, but you know what I can say.
The agents want to give Greg one last chance to resolve the matter now.
50%, £400 a week arrangement.
You want to pay half of it?
I don't have.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Let's go.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
But Brian and Dell haven't finished with Greg yet.
Okay.
Let's have a look down there, mate. He's got money around him. He don't want to pay it.
Greg may think he's off the hook, but the agents are about to surprise him at his workplace. And this case is far from over.
Tell you, he's shooting straight back down there now, mate.
We'll sit down there.
Worthing, Sussex. Brian and Dell were trying to collect a £10,000 debt owed to a vehicle rental business by company owner Greg Barek.
Hi, good morning. I'm looking for AJB Parts Limited.
Yeah, my husband.
Greg let slip where his business was based.
Where are you working, sir? Where do you work?
I've got the unit he's training from. I don't want him to be aware of that.
Absolutely correct.
When Greg met the agents outside his home, he claimed he couldn't pay.
Look, I just want to collect the money.
I don't have nothing.
The agents had a plan.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
And let him leave.
Let's go. He's shooting straight back down there now, mate.
We'll sit down there.
Now Brian and Dell are on their way to see if Greg has returned to his airport unit.
We're on the trial again. We're on the trail.
If he's there and still refuses to pay, the agents will seize his business assets to cover the debt.
So how do you want to play this? I'll just get there and call him out.
Cool. Gloves are off him if we find his assets and that down there. It's for him to prove what's with what and who's with who.
Brian and Dell's tactics appear to have paid off.
Let's just go there.
Oh, yeah.
I think you'll find what's on the boxes, mate.
I don't know, but you know what?
Go in there.
I'm about to go and find out.
The large warehouse is full of goods.
Hello again, Greg. This is where you're at, yeah? AGB Parts.
No, it's not. It's not here. Here is completely different business. We're working for them.
You're working for them?
Yeah.
What's the score?
He says he's just working for them.
Okay. Okay, do you want to get your governor out then? We'll stand and talk to him.
Sorry?
Do you want to get your boss out then?
No, it's not here.
Greg claims that his company, AJB Parts, is not based at the warehouse and that he's working here for a different business. But the agents are suspicious.
We're going to have a problem, aren't we?
Why?
Well, Unit 18, AJB Parts Limited.
Here? What's the checkbook doing here then?
Your company's here.
No, it's not here.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying.
Oh dear. At the end of the day, I want you to pay this debt.
Yeah, that's what I said to you. I
no,
will
what
pay.
did I say to you?
Yeah, I will pay, but like I said, I don't have the money to pay that.
Find the money to pay half of it then.
I don't will find today, seriously.
When debtors lied to me, I kind of smiled to myself, but I'll only let the lie go for so long. When you've got a High Court writ, and you've got the right person in front of you, and you're there, they've got assets that need to be removed if they're not going to pay, then that's what you're going to do.
The paperwork proves that AJB Parts is based at the warehouse, so Brian and Dell can seize assets to cover the £10,000 debt.
Okay, have you got receipts, invoices for everything here, yeah?
This is the stuff what just arrived today.
Okay, what's arrived today?
Boxes, nothing more.
Greg now claims that most of the goods in the warehouse don't belong to AJB Parts.
Right, let's start from the back.
Brian and Dell investigate the stock.
Who does the tow truck belong? Not tow truck, the electric forklift, yeah.
It belongs to the owner who's coming now. I don't have nothing, basically, just for this year.
It appears multiple companies are trading at the warehouse, and Greg's company only owns a small amount of the stock. But Brian hopes that the threat of taking away what little he does have will prompt Greg to pay.
Okay, we'll call a vehicle down to remove goods. Stuff that you can't provide invoices for, we'll take control of, okay? Yeah?
The reality of his situation finally sinks in.
He's on the phone now. He was on the phone a minute ago. So sometimes you need to just give him that little, come on, sort yourself out.
Greg finally has an offer for the agents.
1,200 quid, maybe 15, but on Friday I will try to do the best and manage 2.5. This is maximum what I can do. Seriously, if you're thinking it's not, take a step. Basically, I will have to finish everything. I will go to bankrupt.
Well,
and,
then...
and on the end of the day, no one don't take any money.
When somebody can't pay and they have little assets, we'll look at their financial situation, but we have to exhaust all avenues in trying to collect it before we consider doing an arrangement.
After an hour at the warehouse...
I'm trying.
Are you?
Yes, I'm trying.
The agents think they've pushed Greg as far as he can go.
Let's do the 15
Let's accept what you're saying. We'll bring the 15, get the 1,500, then we can set an arrangement that you can afford to pay. How does that sound?
Okay.
A deal is done. £1,500 today, another £2,500 by the end of the week, and then £1,000 a month for the next 6 months. Greg heads home to get the cash.
I just think we've caught him a little bit on the up where the money is concerned.
He knew this was coming.
20 minutes later, Greg is back with the £1,500.
Well done. Okay. Thank you very much. Be good.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Excellent.
Greg will now have to stick to his payment plan to clear the remaining £8,500, or the agents will be back. Property repairs are now the leading cause of dispute between tenant and landlord. Over a third of all UK landlords claim they've had their property damaged in the last year. At the same time, 250,000 tenants have withheld rent, claiming their landlords have taken too long to make urgent repairs.
This is a two-way road, 30 mile an hour speed limit. I notice you're doing 35.
I'm not, I'm doing 30.
Watching these junctions left and right, there might be children lurking behind this car. What's the bollards?
I'm listening to the bollards.
High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are in London to carry out another eviction.
The writ we have this morning is a writ of possession.
Where is it?
The landlords claim they've lost £20,000 as their tenant Faisal Azim hasn't paid rent for a year.
It doesn't say that the landlords are meeting us, or that the landlords may or may not be there.
Mr. Azim and his family have already had notice of the eviction, and he's packing the car, ready to leave.
That's those people moving there.
Oh, well, there you go. Let me quickly get out. This is going to be one of those ones. Hello.
I've got family in the house. We know what you're here for. Listen, what I need from you, let me phone the council, yes?
What are you ringing the council for?
So they're going to have to, he told me to give me a ring as soon as you arrive. Because obviously I've got 8 children, my friend. Yeah?
This is your house?
I've got 3 kids in there.
Let's stop you there. This is your house?
Yeah, I'm there.
Right, let's try again. I'm Paul.
Hello, Mr. Ahmed Omar, can you give me a ring, please? The Baileys are here. You told me they'll call you when they arrive. Can you call me back ASAP, please, yeah? Thank you.
As there are 8 children in the house, Mr. Azim has been waiting for the agents to arrive so that he can take the eviction notice to the council and seek emergency accommodation.
This is for you.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Azim claims he stopped paying the rent when the landlord refused to do repairs to the house.
Look, I've gone and paid for a skip myself. I've
I
got
see
the
that.
house done for them. I've cleaned my property. You know what I mean? I'm not making a scene. They're making a scene, mate. And if you know the scene can get only accelerate. We're not making one. If you're going to make one, we'll give you one, mate. It's not big. We've all been to prison. Don't mind going again.
Despite his disputes with the landlord, Mr. Azim seems willing to leave. But then the landlord's agent arrives, and Mr. Azim's brother becomes agitated.
So you're the agent?
I'm the agent.
Okay.
Tempers are rising, but then the landlords themselves arrive.
Hi, Paul. I'm Monica,
Hello.
landlady.
Do they know you?
I think they know me, yeah.
Yeah, just don't go in there yet.
We know from experience that if the landlord is standing behind us or is visible to the tenant, the whole situation is likely to be turbocharged. It's purely aggravating if he is.
Mr. Azim is concerned about his family's belongings.
I've got a big sofa in there, a couple of washing machines and that. Am I going to be able to get that?
Yes,
out,
you
or
are
shall I
going
throw it back out?
to. You are going to be able to get back in there. Yes.
When is that?
Well, you need to make an arrangement with the landlord.
You need to make this arrangement for me, then, Gav, because these people here, they're not communicating out.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is I'm going to put this on your door. This is our office number.
The last of the belongings are packed, and Mr. Azim and his family leave. Monica and her parents are now free to return.
It's been totally stressful.
The house was originally for you and your sisters?
Yes, I mean, my parents bought it as an investment for my sisters and I, so we rented it out to a family. But right now, we're in debt for £20,000. My mum and dad are suffering.
The tenant's assertion that they withheld rent because repairs weren't carried out is a surprise to the family.
Is that what you said? He's withholding the rent?
Withholding the rent because there's water coming through the roof.
Why didn't he ever tell us?
The property has been managed by an agency. This is the first time the family have been inside for a year, and they're in for a shock.
It's disgusting, isn't it, really, all this? I mean, look at the kitchen.
No.
It's totally wrecked it, haven't they? I think they did it on purpose, you know.
Upstairs, the scale of the damage becomes clear.
They destroyed the whole house, in it, really, basically.
Well, you've got 8 children here and presumably 2 or 3 adults.
Monica's father thinks that the problem in the house isn't damp as the tenants claimed.
They haven't been opening windows at all, innit?
It's condensation. It's condensation everywhere.
This building should have been inspected every so often, but obviously it's not been done properly. It's going to cost us a lot of money. I just can't comprehend, actually. I've never seen a place like this.
The smell and the state of the property proves too much for Monica and her mother.
Excuse me, just need to get past from my vomits. I cannot breathe in there. I mean, you can tell it's it smells like animal urination, this and that.
The eviction is complete, but Monica and her family now face another battle.
I mean, the nightmare's over now, but this is just the start of another nightmare, which is to retrieve the money and fix the property, which is, to me, just seems beyond repair. So it's been fairly emotional, you know, for my mom. Thank you.
Monica and her family have got their house back, but Brian and Dell are about to meet a woman who stands to lose what little she owns.
I don't want to take your stuff.
Well, you have to.
Listen, Leslie, do you understand the implications?
last 10 years, average personal debt in the UK has increased by nearly 20%, reaching almost £50,000. As Britons continue to borrow more and more, almost 1 in 3 will struggle to pay off these mounting debts. High Court enforcement agents Brian and Dell are on the Kent coast with a writ to recover over £6,000.
Lovely on the old seafront here in Margate.
Yeah,
I haven't been down there for years. My mum used to take me down here as a child.
We're going to see Miss Leslie Clark. She owes money to Mr. and Mrs. John Cressy. In the first instance, we're looking to collect £6,176.77.
The debtor, Leslie Clark, was taken to the county court 3 years ago for unpaid rent on her previous property, but the debt was never paid. Now her former landlords have escalated the case to the High Court to get it resolved.
So, what numbers are here?
17. It's going to be...
No, it's going to be here then. Let's leave this here for now.
The team need immediate payment, or they can seize possessions to cover the debt.
Ooh.
Hello. Hello. At least they're friendly. How are you?
Good for you.
My name's Brian. I'm looking for Leslie Clark. How are you? I'm from the High Court. I'm here with the High Court writ. The claims are Mr. and Mrs. Cressy. John Cressy? Cressy?
Oh,
yeah, what's that? What's that for? Rent arrears?
Well, yeah, they evicted me from the house and everything, but I haven't heard anything since then.
Okay, come on, let's get you in. Rooney, come on in, you get. What they've done is they've upgraded it to the High Court for us to pursue you to collect the money outstanding. We've got a balance of £6,176.77. There's a copy of the writ for you. So, why did they evict you?
Because I got into a bit of trouble with paying the rent. It didn't go on for very long.
Fine. Are you working at the moment?
I don't work.
You don't work at all? So is there any way we can get these funds paid?
I don't have rent.
You don't?
No.
Leslie claims she can't pay, so the agents need to change their approach.
If you read the High Court writ, it clearly states on there that we're commanded to take control of any assets or goods that you may have here to cover this debt.
I don't have anything. It's my partner's house, Mr. Sykes. He works in P&O Ferries.
Okay. So how do we move forward from here? What we need, if we can't get this paid, we're going to have to look around and see what assets there are. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I don't know if you want to have a little think or make some telephone calls and see what you can do. That would be great.
I haven't got anyone.
No?
I've
Okay.
got 5 children. I don't think they're going to be.
Okay.
The seriousness of the situation doesn't seem to be registering with Leslie.
We're going to go down the route of possible enforcement and removal of goods then, yeah? Because you can't pay it at all.
Okay then, if that's what you have to do.
Well, yeah, because you can't pay it.
No, I can't. I don't work. So.
Okay, fine. We'll do that. Okay, thank you. I don't think it's really kicked in yet. But maybe I'll try a bit harder and maybe push the point and say, look, this is what's happening. Maybe she needs to hear that a bit more.
Well, look, I don't want to take your stuff. I don't.
Well, you have to.
What if you can pay it?
I can't pay. How does it work?
There must be something we can sit down and organise. Because... Leslie, listen, Leslie, do you understand the implications? No. How do you support yourself financially?
Financially, I don't. My other half, he pays the bills here.
All right.
Dell wants to find out how Leslie got into debt.
So, you haven't worked?
No, I've never worked.
You've
I
never
brought up
worked?
5 children. I was carer to my mum. I just started care work. I was in college. And then my other 2 sons are estranged from England.
You don't have any contact at all?
Oh no, they're from my first marriage, my first husband. They're with him.
So you never got any money or anything from the divorce? No. So when you came here, what did you come here with? Nothing?
My children.
Your children and a clothes on your back?
A black sack and a pushchair.
It seems that Leslie was left with almost nothing after a divorce fractured her family.
You've had a tough time as well, haven't you?
I have, but I say Roy's here now.
He's a good man, isn't he?
He is lovely. He is lovely.
Sometimes there are underlying issues that we need to be aware of. We do try and show a lot of empathy, but we still have to do our job, and we have to please everybody, which is quite difficult.
Leslie has been through a family crisis, but if she can't find a way to settle the debt, her former landlords could force her into bankruptcy.
What could you and Royston afford
He was here now, but he does week on, week off, and he went yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's back next.
I'll tell you what, why don't you give him a call, tell him that we're happy to do an arrangement for you, and let us know what figure you come up with. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. The agent's only option is to set up a payment plan, but as she has no income of her own, Leslie calls her partner Royston for help.
It's not like the High Court writ, and I told him I haven't got the money. Don't worry about me. They are very nice people. So don't worry. I know you're so far away and you're probably panicking. But if I give you to the man, yeah?
Hi, Royston. Hello. Hello, sir. How are you? Thank you very much for your time. And what we need to know is what figure we can get a month towards this debt. Bearing in mind it's about £6,000.
I'm a bit busy. All my wages goes on the household bills and stuff.
Yeah.
So I haven't got anything.
What could we afford?
Oh God. I mean, I could only do like, I don't know, between £50 and £100 a month.
So say £100 a month, how's that sound?
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
All right. When somebody can't pay and they have little assets, we'll look at their financial situation and make the right decisions. You know, we understand people are having difficult times, so we have to look at what's in front of us and try and help as best we can.
Yeah.
Okay, leave it to me. We'll get back to you. We'll give you a text or something so we're not annoying you. All right.
Okay.
All right, chap. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you.
There you go. Okay, let's go down to the kitchen. Let's get all this paperwork written out.
Royston is only able to pay a fraction of the debt each month, but it's clear to the agents that he's pushed himself to the limit. Brian accepts his offer.
Listen, thank you. I know it's been difficult for you today. Yeah.
Just a bit shocked. Say I've never heard from
Well, we appreciate you having a smile on your face. Yeah. No, but you know, you didn't have to be, did you? You could have been all effing and blind and all sorts, wouldn't you?
Oh, my mum's alive. She'd kill me for still.
Would she?
The case is over for now, but if Leslie doesn't keep up with the repayments, the agents will have to seize what few possessions she has.
Bye-bye, Leslie.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
I mean, to be fair, they'll be paid off in 5-6 years if she doesn't miss a beat. You know, 5-6 years of her life. Sounds like a long time, but when you get to our age, it flies by pretty quick, doesn't it?
Anyway, should we go for a dip then, Delroy? She's over there.
I'm not, treading water is not my thing.
It's a game of allies and loyalties as 5-star steps inside the fiercely divided Wentworth prison. New this Tuesday at 10. Next time for a style reboot in 100% Hotter.
Danger.
I'll smash his head.
Lies.
Can't pay it.
Somebody's telling porcupines, aren't they?
Secrets.
We'll find you in the end, Stephen.
You won't find me.
Up and down the UK, we see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents
Back away from me. Back away.
under pressure,
There can be guns up there.
tackling some of the most hard-hitting cases of their careers.
Can I have the police, please?
But whoever they meet, if you can't pay,
You tell me what I should do.
they'll take it away. Personal debt in the UK exceeded £1.5 trillion in 2016, a £53 billion increase since the previous year. This dramatic rise resulted in over 300,000 people seeking advice from a debt charity in the first half of the year alone. Matt Highway and Gary Ball are High Court enforcement agents. They travel all over the West Midlands, recovering debts and seizing goods.
Right, let's go and live the dream, mate, shall we? Let's go and make someone's day.
It's 7 a.m. and they're in Birmingham to collect nearly £2,000 owed in unpaid parking fines.
So, mate, it's still dark and we're in Northfield. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Let's mix it up, mate.
Yeah, go on.
You ask me where we're going.
Do you know where we're going?
I do, mate, yeah.
You tell
I
me.
know where we're going.
Go on.
We're going to see a Mr. Stephen Watson.
Okay, got that bit right.
In Northfield.
Got that bit right.
And he owes a few pence under £2,000.
Yeah, it's £1,967.99.
There you go.
If Mr. Watton can't or won't pay, the agents can seize goods and vehicles belonging to him to offset the debt.
With the vest in the drive.
morning, madam. I was after a Stephen Watton. Not here. Oh, doesn't he? Who are you to him, madam? So who is he to you, madam? Morning, sir, you alright? Yeah, who is that, sir? Who is he? What do you mean? To you? Who is he to you?
It's nobody to us.
Don't live here. Are you saying that you're new tenants? Is that what you're saying to us?
Yes.
We don't live here. So he's not here at the moment? Or he's a previous tenant?
Yeah, don't live here.
Well, High Court enforcement agents are here with a High Court writ today. Can Mr Watton be contacted?
No, because, like I said, we don't know who he is.
If you work with us, then we can work with you.
He used to live here.
We used to. They were getting somewhere. When we first turn up on a job, all we got to go on is a name, an address, and the amount we're there to collect. So we do have to think on our feet when we get there. You know, asking lots of questions. We have to dig down and, you know, try and find the person we're looking for. But I think me and Matt, you know, work well together. We're a good team, and 9 out of 10 times you do get the outcome that we both want.
After claiming not to know the debtor, the man now says that Mr. Watton was a previous tenant. But the agents need proof that he no longer lives there.
Have you got a council tax bill or a tenancy agreement we can have a look at to prove he doesn't live here? No. Didn't bang on it, sir. We just knocked on it.
No one speaks to us now. I'm going to get my mate out of the car then.
Okay. Mate, it's called Mr. London Triangle, and he's going to put it on the car now.
There's a possibility that one of the men may in fact be the debtor, Stephen Watton, and the cars outside could be his. The agents act fast to secure them.
Just watch the door, mate.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, we're going to get situations where people deny that the defendant lives at the property. You know, we can only converse up to a level. If conversation stops, then we try the action technique. The second a clamp comes out the back of the van, and suddenly, you know, the whole house lights up.
Matt's actions haven't gone unnoticed.
Oi, get off me, bro. You ain't taking that, bruv. I've got paperwork.
Go and get the paperwork. Move back.
Yo, get off me. Move back. Yo, you need to watch yourself. You need to watch yourself. So if you're going to get silly, we're going to get the police in, get you arrested, alright?
Please, check the roads on that car.
Guys, if you wanted to work with us, you could have worked with us.
I'll cut it off, bruv. I ain't bothered. You need to get off the profit.
No, we haven't High Court writ.
Excuse me.
Listen, High Court writ. I'm listening to you.
High Court writ.
We don't know where they live.
Okay.
We don't know where they are.
We have asked you for a tenancy agreement for a council tax bill.
Tenancy agreement?
People get aggressive and insult us as their way of dealing with the situation. They might think if they do threaten us enough, then we'll leave. We're not going to leave. We're there to do a job. Whether you threaten us, whether you threaten our family, we're still going to be there, and we're still going to do the job.
The men are not telling the agents who they are, but Matt still suspects one of them could be the debtor. So he increases the pressure and clamps the second car in the driveway.
Back away. Back away from me. Back away from me. Back away from me. Move away from me.
Move now.
Move away from me. Move away from me. Move.
Suck him on, Phil. Suck him on. No. Suck him on.
Right, I'm going to get the police here, mate.
The police here, mate. Move away.
Suck him on.
Move away from me. Move away. Move away from me.
With tensions escalating, Gary and Matt will have to act quickly to prevent the situation turning violent. Matt Highway and Gary Ball were in Birmingham to recover a debt of nearly £2,000 owed by Stephen Watton in unpaid parking fines. A woman and 2 men came to the door. They claimed that Stephen Watton didn't live at the address and obstructed the agents. Matt suspected one of the men was the debtor and clamped both cars in the driveway.
Move away.
Tempers escalated.
Suck him on, Phil. Suck him on.
Now, with the situation getting even more confrontational, Gary calls the police.
Hello there, can I have the police, please?
Whatever.
Hello?
I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, we have 2 High Court enforcement agents, 2 gentlemen getting a bit violent and a bit shouty with us, but we're executing a High Court writ.
We'll send an officer when we've got one available.
Thanks very much. Cheers, brother.
Okay, thanks.
The police are on their way, but the men aren't calming down.
my car, it's not
Okay.
fucking yours. It's not nobody else's. This house is not rented by him either. Check the council, he's not rented, he's not down as living here. I've got to go take the kids to school, you're going to fucking clamp my car.
Where's the kids?
Down at my baby mum's, that's
That's okay.
Gonna try to
Well, this is not going anywhere.
Put that on there.
You can drive off without me if you like. You'll make a bright mess of your car, though.
People obstructing us, it only makes life more difficult for them, really. I think what they need to remember on that, it is a criminal offence to obstruct me in my duty. People will try that as a deflection, but the end result's still the same.
The agents have been at the property nearly half an hour. Finally, the woman hands Gary her tenancy agreement.
That's what we asked for in the first place, isn't it? That's what we wanted.
I was here 6 years, I exchanged with them, and then I changed back.
You moved back in here how long ago?
Like 4 or 5 months ago.
The woman claims Stephen Wattam moved out several months ago when she exchanged properties with him, and he's not listed on the tenancy agreement. But as addresses are double-checked before a writ is issued, the agents can't be totally sure that the claims of the house exchange are true. Matt and Gary decide to wait for the police to arrive before taking any further action.
Okay.
You're done doing your job now, aren't you?
No, we're not. I'll wait for police to arrive, okay.
Well, you got your letters, see you later.
We've still got the issue of you obstructing in my duty, haven't we, which is a criminal offence, so we'll have a chat with the police about that.
I've got shit to do, I've got stuff to do, I've got to go take the kids to school.
Well, it's delayed at the moment, unfortunately.
What do you mean delayed at the moment?
Yeah.
That can be taken off with
They shouldn't,
As soon as the police
they
get
shouldn't,
here,
they
yeah,
shouldn't
that's
be too long.
I swear to God.
It's just a crazy way of going about things, isn't it?
I know. He's off on his morning run now.
But then, one of the young men disappears down the street. While they wait for the police, Matt looks for any clues as to the ownership of the cars. But he's in for a surprise.
On the rear passenger footwell. Wrapped up in a towel. It's the sort of things we have to be aware of when we're doing our job. No other tools, like no screwdriver or spanners or socket set or anything, just a lump hammer.
Minutes later, the young man returns, followed by another man.
What are you doing here? Who are you looking for?
Hello, sir. Who are you, sorry?
You're looking for Stephen Wattam?
Yes, sir.
That's me. Why are you here?
Oh, great stuff. OK, smashing.
The agents finally have the man they were looking for.
So you're Mr. Stephen Wattam?
I am, yes.
So there's a High Court writ outstanding for you.
That's right. No, I'm not paying it, that's the whole point.
Mr. Wattam immediately denies responsibility for the unpaid parking tickets.
I had a Jaguar a very long time ago.
Yeah.
I sold the Jag. A year afterwards, I got the first ticket through. And a few days later, another one come through. Another one come through. I think I ended up with a pile of them, about fucking 50 or 60 of the fucking things.
But they're still found in favour of the claim.
Well, I don't know.
Well, obviously that's why we're here.
So where do you live now then, Stephen?
Yeah, I live up the road.
Yeah, what's the address?
I don't need to give you that road.
You don't?
Do you know what a ghost is?
A ghost?
Oh, you're a ghost?
I don't need to.
With Mr. Wattam refusing to give his new address, the agents can't be sure that he's telling the truth about no longer living here. But then, Matt gets handed proof that the dark grey MG isn't Mr. Wattam's.
Cheers, sir. Thank you.
Just get a copy of that, mate. Just take the clamp off it. Right, mate, I'll take it off and get gone. The gent, now, after some level of discussion, has managed to show me documentation to show that the car doesn't belong to the defendant. So I'll release that now for him and he can get on his way.
20 minutes later, the police arrive.
Here they are, mate.
The agents hope that the police presence will force Mr. Wattam to reveal where he now lives.
Morning, officer.
How you doing?
We initially called this morning. The door was shut in our faces. Unfortunately, we had no other option but to seize the assets that were on site. 2 younger men tried to obstruct me in my duty. Managed to get both vehicles clamped. This guy here in the hoodie is our defendant.
Okay.
We explained the High Court writ to him. He's point blank said, I refuse to pay it. I'm not telling you where I live.
But as Mr. Wattam hasn't committed breach of the peace, the police can't force him to divulge his details to them either.
So that's Stephen. What's his surname?
Wattam.
Wattam.
With Mr. Wattam's true address remaining a mystery, the agents are running out of options. Until proof of the ownership of the other car is established, it remains their only potential asset.
So at the moment, you've clamped that while you do some inquiries?
Yeah, we've asked them for the
Proof.
V5 and the insurance for it. They can't provide it at the minute, so obviously it stays clamped. Because you never know, it just might be Stephen.
The police make some checks and trace the owner of the clamped Fiesta.
The vehicle does not belong to Wattam.
Yeah.
With the second vehicle not belonging to Mr. Wattham either, the agent's only option is to instruct the office to trace his new address.
We'll find you in the end, Stephen. Of course we will. Debt will always catch up on you. If we go to a certain property and you're not there, then we will put a trace into the office and they'll find a new address for you and we will be knocking on the door.
Today, there's nothing more Matt and Gary can do to enforce the writ. They have no choice but to walk away empty-handed. But Matt has one last word for Mr. Wattham.
All I can say to you, buddies, we'll see you somewhere else because it's a live High Court writ, all right?
But I'll be dealing with that live High Court.
And we'll see you then. Okay. Okay, we're all sorted, officer, yeah, thank you, yeah.
Okay, Stephen.
There's not a result there for the clients as such at the moment, but it's part of the enforcement process. You know, we have to attend the address that the writ names, and that's what we've done. So we've discounted that address. We can now get on with the next part of the process, and that's finding where Stephen does actually live.
Latest research reveals pubs and bars are increasingly struggling to stay afloat. 1 in 5 experience significant financial distress, with 27 pubs closing every week. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Clitheroe, Lancashire, with a writ to recover an unusually large debt of £80,000 owed by Mr. Thomas Woods to a former girlfriend.
£80,000, mate.
Is it 89, is it?
£80,189.15.
Stuart has visited Mr. Woods, a hotel owner, on 2 separate occasions, but he hasn't been at home.
Right, well, there's people outside. It's a good sign. He's in there. He's in there. Brilliant.
Today, it looks like it's third time lucky. But this case will be like no other Stuart and Vic have ever faced.
Let's go. Oh. Hi, mate. You all right? We're after Mr. Woods. Mr. Woods, good morning. My name is Mr. McCracken. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. Here with regards to an outstanding balance on a High Court writ of £80,000.
The plan was to pay it when I sell the business.
You need to see what you can do to raise some funds, sir.
What's the date about?
She was my partner,
Right.
and she we fell out a few years ago, and things happened.
Was she in the business with you?
She wasn't in business, no. I was in hospital, and she put some money when I was in hospital.
Well, the problem that we've got is we're here to remove goods, so unless the balance is paid.
Yeah, okay, give me a few minutes.
Yeah, see what you can do, sir.
Stuart and Vic give Mr. Woods time to raise some funds and start an inventory of assets they could potentially seize.
It's nice, that, isn't it? Beautiful bike.
As well as the vehicles in the garage, the agents find thousands of pounds worth of assets inside the hotel, including fixtures and fittings from the dining areas, a professional kitchen, and 6 bedrooms upstairs. If Mr. Woods doesn't pay today, the removal job will be one of the biggest Stuart and Vic have ever tackled. Down in the bar, the debtor has managed to raise some funds from a friend.
5,000 for now.
It's not going to be enough, mate.
No.
It's not.
How much can you raise? If you can raise
Probably, I know I can't, because I have probably £1,000 if I'm lucky.
Plus 6. It's not going to be enough, mate. It's not. We're going to have to remove, I'm afraid. With the business, the reality is if we do remove goods, it's going to affect the staff, it's going to affect the business isn't going to be able to trade anymore, which means there isn't going to be an income for the defendant. But it's something that we will have to do if payment isn't made.
After making another call to his friends, Mr. Woods makes the agents another offer.
They can't get money, but it's going to be a few weeks to do it.
How long? How long will it take?
So it reckons a month to get out, but the savings accounts are in.
Okay, so they say they can get it in a month. Will that mean clearing the balance? The whole balance of 80,000 in a month?
I like to think so.
Let me see what I can do.
6,000 today, balance cleared in 30 days.
30 days, put it on a control goods agreement.
Stuart calls the office to see if the claimant will accept the offer of a £6,000 down payment and the balance cleared within a month.
Hiya, John, you alright?
But the threat of losing the business he's devoted 23 years of his life to is clearly affecting Mr. Woods.
Stress. She's just winding me up now by doing this, you know. She doesn't even need the money. She just need controlling.
Minutes later, Stuart comes back with some news.
What they've said is, okay, you can make the 6,000 today, but we need a payment by Friday of another 4, which will make it 10. Okay, and then it'll be 10,000 for the next 3 weeks, and then the remaining balance by the 4th week. Okay, so it gives you a bit of breathing space. I know 10,000's a lot, but it gives you a bit of breathing space. All right.
Mr. Woods makes the £6,000 down payment and agrees to pay the rest in instalments.
Okay, sir. I'll try and take it easy, Thompson, and we'll get this sorted. All right. If you can do it, listen, just ring us. Just ring us and let us know. All right. I think you'll be happy enough with the arrangement anyway. At least we're not closing the business today, which is what we can do. He seems a nice rounded bloke anyway, doesn't he? So let's just see he keeps up that repayment.
The case seems to be resolved for now. But 2 weeks later, Stuart and Vic are forced to return.
Mr. Woods? Look if he comes up there.
And face a situation they have never encountered before.
We need immediate police assistance, please.
I will sign it, no problem.
Please. I'm not being in view of that window, not a chance.
High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Clitheroe, Lancashire, to serve a writ on hotel owner Mr. Thomas Woods, who owed £80,000 to his ex-girlfriend.
We fell out a few years ago. Things happened.
Mr. Woods made a £6,000 down payment.
I'll do the best with it.
And agreed to pay the rest on a payment plan.
At least we're not closing the business today. Seems a nice rounded bloke anyway, doesn't he? So let's just see he keeps up that repayment.
But now, 2 weeks has passed.
Just hasn't bothered, has he, since our last visit?
Basically, communication has just broken down from his side.
The deadline for the first instalment Mr. Woods agreed to has come and gone. So Stuart and Vic have no choice but to return and clear the hotel of its assets.
But you've made a magic call to the removal company.
Well, it is unfortunately D-Day.
A removal van has already arrived at the premises, and a freight lorry is on its way, in case Mr. Woods can't pay.
All right, guys, you all right?
But first, Stuart and Vic need to speak to Mr. Woods to see if he can make any payment to stop the recovery action.
Hello?
No one appears to be in. But because Mr. Woods has defaulted on his payments and signed a controlled goods agreement, the agents are now entitled to force entry and have a locksmith on hand.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Woods? The heating's on. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
I don't think he's here, mate.
Shall we go upstairs, mate?
Mr. Woods? Hello? What? Oh, that's a bloody deer. I don't think he's in, mate.
Hello? Mr. Woods?
Right, so done a sweep, there's no one in.
The dog is still here. Not a good day, is it?
Beck.
Hello.
Car's here. Do you find it weird his cars and bikes are still here? And
With his car in the garage, the agents are now suspicious that Mr. Woods is still somewhere on the premises. They go back into the hotel to investigate further. And this time, they find a locked door.
Mr. Woods? We're going to open the door with the locksmith, sir. Do you want to open the door and come out?
let's get the locksmith on it. Hey, mate. Let's get it cracked open. Yeah, let's just get it cracked open. You what, sorry?
Minutes later, the locksmith returns with some alarming news.
Right.
As I opened it, as I come down the stairs, I heard something. It sounded like a key turn.
Are you sure?
Let's go find out.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's go find out. Shall I go first? Hello, Mr. Woods. You want to discuss the matter? No. Yeah. I think we need some assistance here, Stewart.
The agents are suspicious that Mr. Woods is behind the door, but they're unsure of his frame of mind. Stuart and Vic are now in an unpredictable situation.
We need to fear the worst. He could be a hunter. There could be guns up there. Dear God, I wouldn't want anyone to walk in and then be on the other side of a shotgun. Hello, we need immediate police assistance, please. I'm at the Copynut Hotel in Clitheroe. There's a gentleman that's locked upstairs in a bedroom and not making any noise whatsoever, but keeps locking the door as we try to open it. We've just got a fear that with the taxidermy stuff here, he could have guns up there. It's better to be safe than sorry. Something eerie going on, isn't there, Vic? If it's all fine with you, I'm going to go and stand behind this shed. I'm not being in view of that window, not a chance.
If someone is at the end of their line, you don't know what's going through their mind. What I do know is from looking around me, this guy's a world-class hunter. There's taxidermy everywhere. Yes, am I nervous? Am I fearing my own life? Definitely.
Half an hour later, an armed response unit arrives on the scene.
Please.
And the locked door is forced open.
At this stage, the police will ask us to stay down while they go upstairs and try and negotiate with Mr. Woods to come out of, if it is him in the room or whoever's in the room. No one?
The police find Mr. Woods hiding in his private living quarters.
Does he look sound of mind?
Yeah, it's just
give it on.
Yeah.
I need to ask him a question.
Before the agents start to remove assets, Vic wants to give Mr. Woods one last chance to settle his debt.
Mr. Woods, can you make a payment today, sir? Okay, it's fine. I'll leave you, sir. No one wants to see a grown man sitting in a corner of a room. You can see it's his darkest hour. You know, it's not a great feeling. But the reality is, he had so many opportunities before it got to D-Day. Various phone calls, various visits. We can only do so much.
Now Stuart and Vic must start the enormous task of seizing goods to cover Mr. Woods' £80,000 debt.
Rapid then.
Yeah, he's rapid.
But as they step into Mr. Woods' private living room, they make an astonishing discovery.
Wow. Oh my God. Wow.
A collection of rare exotic taxidermy decorates the walls, which could fetch thousands of pounds at auction. The agents call in the auctioneer, who's here to value the assets of the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh. Didn't expect that, did you? No. This is the sort of thing we don't see.
No, well, that's not stuff we see either.
But hearing the agents talking about his precious collection finally brings Mr. Woods out of his bedroom.
Well then, Tommy, all right. Have you got any plans on going anywhere after here? Are you staying here or?
I don't know, honestly. My life's upside down because of somebody.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, yeah.
You tell me what I should do. What should I do?
No. I don't know.
My life's gone.
Yeah. Take it you've been all over the world then.
She came with me.
Really?
What are you taking now? You got stuff from downstairs. Where else are you?
Kitchen, bar, table, chairs, glasses, everything, basically.
Down there. Yeah. So what are you doing up here?
All these will be going. Obviously, all the other taxidermists, it's in the office and downstairs and things like that. That's pretty much it, to be honest, Brendan.
Take me dog. I'll go take dog if you want.
Did you try and... I mean, I know it's too late now, but, you know, it's just... I knew you were going to ask your mother and friends, etc., to try and help you.
I can get so much of this stuff. Could be enough, is it?
The auctioneer and the recovery team start the delicate task of removing Mr. Wood's taxidermy collection.
Hello there, you okay?
Minutes later, two of Mr. Woods' friends arrive.
Yeah, no problem. He's upstairs in the middle bedroom if you'd like to go and see him.
With the downstairs rooms completely cleared and the valuable taxidermy seized, the removal is almost complete. But before the agents go, Mr. Wood's friend wants to speak with Vic.
Hi.
Don't want him to be here on his own tonight.
Yeah.
I think he's in a very bad state.
Yeah.
I think he's living in a world that he doesn't know, and he can't believe it's happening.
Of course, it's not a nice thing.
No, it's not a nice thing.
Mr. Wood's friends decide to stay. Satisfied that Mr. Woods is being looked after, the police leave the premises. After 11 hours, the job is complete, and Mr. Woods has lost almost everything.
I personally believe he gave up a long time ago. He obviously realized that there was no way for him to pay this debt. He was waiting for this day. He knew it was going to happen. I've learned in this job you can't take the cases personal. But obviously we're all human beings. I will definitely remember this case for a very long time. That's it.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Over 40,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in the first half of 2016, totalling nearly £150 million. The average value now exceeds £3,500, and it's small businesses who've been hardest hit. After an emotionally draining case, Stuart and Vic are back on the road again, this time in Manchester.
Well, Vic, it's cold, it's wet, it's windy.
They're on their way to a garage to collect £2,000 owed to an unhappy customer dissatisfied with a faulty car.
Not a bad day to go visit a Top Gear Motors.
Top Gear Motors? So how much does this guy owe then?
£2,025.
The agents have arrived at the address on the writ.
That is it, mate.
But the company seems to have changed its name to Fast Fix Auto Service Centre.
Completely different name. We will go in.
Well, this can be deceiving. Hopefully it's got a load of cars sat there with Top Gear Motors written all over it.
But then Stuart spots a sign outside.
There you go, mate. Top Gear Motors Auto Service Centre.
Top Gear Motors, yeah? You are 100% right, my friend. Let's do this.
With evidence the debtor company could still be trading at this address, the agents need to locate the director of the business, Mr. Sakid Wahid.
Hi guys, you alright? We're after Top Gear Motors. We're High Court enforcement agents. We're after Mr. Wahid, Sakid Wahid.
Yes, it's not Top Gear anymore.
Right, his signage says different.
Well, I don't know anything about it. I'm just a receptionist. This is a new company.
Yeah.
Yeah. This Top Gear is not here anymore.
But we can see signage that proves otherwise. You got council tax bill, business rates, just to prove obviously this place is obviously trading under that name.
We need to change name.
About a month ago, maybe.
Well, the process that we've got, guys, is that if you don't show us any proof, the goods will be removed.
Honest payments made.
While Stuart gives the man some time to look for proof that the company has changed hands, he hunts for more evidence that the business is still trading as Top Gear Motors.
Hi, mate, you alright?
Finding an open office, Stuart starts to investigate.
Top Gear, when was that done?
Top Gear Motors.
It was done 13 days ago.
And who's the defendant? Mr. S. Wahid. Issuer's name, Mr. Wahid.
Yeah,
so he's the MLC guy. I'll do it. Right. Let's go and explain this to our friend.
Me and Stuart as a team, we love playing detective because they'll tell you one story, and after a 20-minute walk around, you'll come back with a file that thick with all the evidence we need. And I love that part of the job. It makes me get out of bed.
The recent MOT certificate issued by Mr. Wahid on behalf of Top Gear Motors suggests that they are still trading from the address. The agents turn up the pressure.
You want to come inside and explain this paperwork? Right, you said that Mr. Wahid isn't here anymore?
No, he's not here.
No, right, okay. MOT certificate. Mr. S. Wahid, Top Gear Motors. Mr. S. Wahid, Top Gear Motors.
13 days
so
ago.
he's either not here or you're committing fraud by using an MOT certificate.
We're not frauding it. He's not here at the moment.
Right, he's not here at the moment?
No, he just...
You said he left. You said he left.
He left, but sometimes he comes to do the MOTs here.
Right, with all due respect, sir, you must think I was born yesterday.
Despite the evidence, the man is still denying the garage is responsible for the debt. It will take all of Stuart and Vic's tenacity to get the £2,000 they came for. Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Manchester, collecting a £2,000 debt owed by a garage.
After Top Gear Motors.
Well, I don't know anything about them. Yes, this is a new company.
Staff claimed Top Gear Motors were no longer trading on the premises, but Stuart found evidence to the contrary.
Top Gear Motors.
It was done 13 days ago.
But the man they met continued to insist the garage was being run by a new company.
No, he's not here.
No, right, okay. With all due respect, sir, you must think I was born yesterday.
Now, Stuart must make the man understand that he has enough evidence to collect the £2,000 debt here, today.
Okay. There's MOT certificates there that says that he's still here. He's obviously the MOT conductor for this site. So if we do remove goods from here today, they'll be removed under Top Gear Motors.
The agents have enough proof to show that Top Gear Motors are still trading here. Now, the man reveals that he knows about the debt, but he says he has nothing to do with the car, which led to the dispute.
Guys sent the letter to us, and I replied them, we never sold you the car, we have nothing to do with you, we never sold the car, we never got a single penny out of you.
Despite the man's claims that the garage had nothing to do with the debt, the agents are duty-bound to enforce the writ here today.
We got a writ executed today, right? So either we're going to get that balance paid in full, or we're going to seize goods for 7 days. You can then go to court to prove that it doesn't belong to Top Gear Motors, but Top Gear Motors' name is on here.
And where is their company at the moment?
Here.
No, it's not here.
Let's stop going around the bush now. What's the address there? Okay, is it here?
Yes.
What's the name on top of it?
Top Gear Motors.
Top Gear Motors?
Yes.
What does it say on your writ?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Yeah.
Top Gear Motors.
Yeah, cool down.
No, but, I mean, we're going round in circles here,
Don't
mate.
raise your voice, cool down.
So at the
Going
moment,
over and over the same thing.
at the moment,
Please,
sir.
if you come outside here, we'll sort it out. Come outside.
Yeah, no, it's fine, so I'll stay here until you get it sorted out.
Please
So
come
I've got
outside,
an inventory
yeah.
to do.
Please come
I'll be
outside.
staying here until you get this payment sorted. I'll be staying here, and I'll also be doing inventory of goods.
The agents have been at the garage for half an hour. Then, suddenly, the man makes an extraordinary accusation.
I lost my £2,000 here. It was my £2,000 here. Yeah. Where's my £2,000 gone?
I don't know.
It was here.
No, it wasn't.
In the
sir.
till.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Yes,
Shut
yes.
the till.
Yeah. Why you took the look is empty now? It was £2,000.
Sadly, don't stop messing about and call me a liar. All right, sir. I'm not going anywhere. All right. The fact of the matter is, I've got an inventory to do. If you can't pay it, if you pay it, I'll go. Simple as that. We do see a cycle of tactics that defendants use to try and get out of paying the debt or even telling the truth. They'll go through the lies first, then it'll be the friendly approach, and then it'll be the emotional approach, and then it'll be the anger approach. We see it every day, and it's a common tactic that they use.
With no signs of payment, Stuart turns up the pressure again.
In 5 minutes, if payment isn't made, it goes up to how much, Vic?
£2,665.
We will be seizing goods. I'll be disconnecting the computer.
Also, what I'm saying is, if whatever money's paid today is held for 14 days.
We can go back, claim the money back here. We
Yeah.
can go back to the court.
Yeah.
Easy, I'll give you the money. I'll give
Yeah.
you the money.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, it's fine. There you go, mate.
With the threat of his business assets being seized, the man now backs down and agrees to pay.
Defendants will throw all sorts of smoke screens at us to try and get away with paying a debt that's rightfully owed. But once they've realised they've used all their excuses, they then think, right, well, I need to get this sorted as quickly as possible, because the last thing they want is the business being affected.
You are not the first bailiff here. I've done so many bailiffs here, but nothing like you.
I call enforcement, not a bailiff.
Raise the money, okay? Don't have it with me now.
It's a
yeah?
cash.
Cash, yeah.
Have you not got a business card to pay on?
No money in the car.
Okay.
After claiming that Saeed Wahid, the director of Top Gear Motors, no longer had anything to do with the business, the man finally gets him on the phone.
Is Sakib is on the phone? Yes. Have you take the £1,000 over the phone, and I'm trying to bring the £1,000 cash. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Wahid agrees to pay half the debt on his debit card, and the man and his colleagues make up the balance in cash.
Is this 600? Yes, I'm going to bring 400.
But it will leave under 600 so long.
Yeah.
Here's the 1,000. 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 53 pence. So we need 1,000 on the machine.
Yeah. Let's suck it here.
Okay. Hello. Is it a debit card, sir? What's the last 4 numbers? Right, so I'll pass you back over to the gentleman, all right?
There you go, sir. So I'll leave you to go on the rest of your day, sir. Have a good day.
With payment in full, the case is finally closed.
Whoa. Another job well done, that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You don't want to get your hair wet, do you?
No, I don't want to get a cold, on top of a cold.
Gentleman behind the counter trying to pull wool over our eyes, saying that the company's gone, but the signage outside was first alarm bells, wasn't it?
The thing is that we love business like that because they're actually things you can take, and they know it.
Next time,
I said, come out! All the fucking police!
Gary and Connor find themselves under attack.
Send police immediately, please.
They meet a family in meltdown,
Kids are crying. They're both getting stressed.
and Stuart and Vic face a debtor in denial.
Just because you're bankrupt 14 years ago doesn't mean that you don't owe any money full stop.
Is money really the be-all and end-all? Our new series, Rich House, Poor House, swaps two families from either side of the wealth divide to question what really makes us happy tomorrow at 9. And starting new next, if you had the chance to speak to a past lover, what would you say to them? Emotions run high in One Night with My Ex.
শেষ করছো হিংতে পর্যন্ত পড়লো না না পড়লে ছেড়ে দেয় আমিও তো এটাই কই দেখে দেখে সার দাও সামনে সামনে লাইসেন্স পড়ছে পড়ছে বাজারের মাইকিং করে নাকি গণেশপুরের এত বিএনপির খাওয়া বাটি বেড়া বাজার ওই বাড়ি দেখ গরু বাজার দেখ নাকি বিলাল ভাই বাজার দেয় ই করুক চান্দা দিলে খাই বাজার দিলে আবো কিন্তু মাঠ থাকবো না মাঠ শেষ যে পচান পচায় বাজার জমবো না তো হঠাৎ করে না জমে হয়েছে কামাল খান আবার জমে বালা তাই না বিল ভাই কামাল খান যে কয়েকটা হয়ে গেছে গা বেড়া বাজারও অনেক বছর আগে হয়েছে